Okay, I'm going to share this now, so hopefully this works. Oh, this is one. Okay. Can you guys see my PicMonkey screen? Yeah? Okay. All right, so I'm actually really excited about this call because I actually really like creating this kind of content. So we're going to talk a little bit about what kind of content you should be posting on your Facebook page and some of the content that you shouldn't be posting on your page. Because if you've looked at the BAT checklist is what they call it, or just the checklist that's in our coaches page, it's actually on there that we're supposed to be posting 3 to 5 times a day about Beachbody, about the opportunity, just 3 to 5 times a day. And that can get really overwhelming sometimes. So I don't know about you guys, but I go through phases where some days I feel like I'm more creative than others, and some days I don't feel like posting at all. So nod your head if you agree, because that happens to me all the time. I think that's just life. So on those days I'm feeling super creative, that is when I actually create a lot of my content for my posts. And I save them on a file on my computer, or I will sometimes save them in my Dropbox. And that's kind of like have you guys heard of Dropbox before? Okay. Because I had no idea what it was until, I don't know, like 6 months ago or something. So it's good to know that you guys know what that is. So I'll save it to that because I have a laptop too. And so when my girls are awake and they're playing, then I'll work on it sometimes downstairs when they're playing in their toy room. So anyways, that was a side note. So we're going to talk about content and what content you should be posting and what content you should try to avoid. So real quick, I was trying to come up with some examples on content to use and some content not to use. So can you guys see my Facebook screen right here? Okay. I'm going to see if I can find a bad example really quick. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, don't judge. I'm looking at someone else's page. Okay, so I know I saw another day on here. Question is where? That is the question. Okay, so let's see. I think this isn't one of them. Yeah, okay. So, for instance, how many of you guys, by the raise of hands, have taken somebody else's picture that they've used and just pasted it on your page and used that? I've done that before. Okay, if you haven't, good for you, because it will happen, I promise. So that is kind of what I want to talk to you about. So, for instance, this is a quote right here, right? So I want to teach you guys that you should personalize it to you. So yeah, if you want to make a post out of this, that's great, that's fine, but make it your own. Throw a little you spin onto it. So what I would do is, if I was using this, I would honestly just use the saying and go into either PicMonkey, which is this awesome thing that's free, and create my content through PicMonkey, or if you have an iPhone, or I think it's, Alyssa, do you have an iPhone? Yeah. Tiffany, do you have an iPhone? Okay. So I don't really need to worry about this. So I have 2 apps on my phone that I use all the time. Photofy, Photofy, and I spent the extra $1 to take off their watermark so that whenever I post, their little Photofy thing doesn't pop up in the bottom of my thing, and that's an extra $1, but then you also open extra things that you can use too. So that's how I do like all my overlays on my pictures. Like Alyssa, I saw that you used it this morning. Good job, by the way. I'm proud of you for posting. So that is one of the apps that I use. And then on my iPad, which is downstairs, I think it's iVideo that I use to record my videos. And the free version will only allow you to do, I think it's 60 seconds. But if you pay, I want to say it's $3, but I couldn't tell you unless I went downstairs to look. But I'm pretty sure it's $3, and you can actually make them as long as you want and post them. So that's what I use to do my fitness videos. So I'm sure you guys have this question, because I have had this question too, but I have learned so much. I'm in this diamond training group right now, and it is phenomenal, seriously. It was worth the $25 that I spent to be in the group. But so I'm going to share with you guys some of the things that they have been sharing to us in there, and it's pretty awesome. Let me just tell you. So they talk about your brand. And this is going to be kind of off subject, but I promise I'll bring it back into your posting. So they talk about developing your brand. So one of the things that they mention is they want us, so I'm going to do this too, and I want you guys to do it as well. But I want you guys to make a list of all the characteristics in that coach that you want to attract to you. Okay? Or so basically, I have my person, but I don't know where it is exactly, so I'll have to find it and post it later. But so you're going to make a list of characteristics of that coach that you want to attract to your team. Because let's be honest, nobody wants a coach that you don't like, right? So why not attract that coach that you do want? So anyways, so here's some examples of things to write down of things of people you want to attract or coaches you want to attract. So like write down a specific age, like write down the age that you want the coach. Write down if they're single or married, if they have kids, some of their hobbies, their interests, their likes, their dislikes, their personality, what kind of sports did they play in high school, are they shy? Are they outgoing? Are they motivated? Do they like to be motivated by recognition? Do they like to be motivated by their self? I want you guys to really like think deep on this person, and I want you to write down those characteristics, and I want you to find a picture of somebody that resembles this person. So, for instance, I like to attract people with dark hair, brown eyes. Notice, both of you have dark hair and brown eyes. Truth, right? You don't have brown eyes, Tiffany? Or do you? I can't see your screens. I know they have brown hair, or dark hair at least. But, so honestly, like, this stuff seriously works. Like, it sounds stupid, honestly. When I first heard it, I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, this isn't gonna work. It works, trust me. Okay, so then I want you guys to create a visual. So I want you to, whether you find a picture on Google or whatever, like I want you to post a picture of who you're attracting in our team page with the characteristics, okay? Then I want you to take that visual after you have created it and post it in the group. I want you to create one that you can look at all the time. So I actually have mine. If I could pick up my computer and move it so you guys could see, I actually have mine, a picture of mine, right here on my cupboard door here, so that I can look at it all the time. And so I'm constantly reminding myself of who I'm wanting to attract. Make sure you read and view these characteristics every single day, Monday through Sunday, because your coach isn't taking a day off, right? Hopefully you want to attract that coach that isn't taking days off. So you don't want to take a day off either. So make sure that you're reviewing that every single day. Okay? As weird as this is, as I started doing this last night, I actually found that my ideal coach is me. So I attract, or who the coach that I want to attract is somebody who is having a rough time financially, somebody who wants a change in their life, somebody who has been through depression or suffering through depression, someone who has went through miscarriages or loss in some way, brown hair, brown eyes, a mom that wants to stay at home and become financially free. Like, all of these things are just a few of the things that describe my ideal coach. Another one of mine is I want my coaches to be self-motivated and driven. I want them to want to succeed, and I want them to succeed, and I want to help them succeed. So these are all things that I wrote down last night. So what you're going to do after you create this ideal person, this is where your content comes in. You are going to create that content that is going to attract that customer. So what do I mean by that? So for instance, I want you to think about your favorite magazine. I don't read magazines, but I don't know if you guys do or not. But I want you to think of that magazine, or just think of a magazine in general. Like, think about the headlines that are on that favorite magazine. Those, your person that you're trying to attract is going to like the same things as you most of the time. So if you do like a magazine, I'm actually going to subscribe to a magazine as soon as I figure out what my niche, so to speak, likes in magazines. And I'm actually going to take some content from the magazine and make it my own and post about it. So this can be things such as recipes. So recipes that you found, recipes that you want to share that you use for your family. Let's see what else they said. Okay, so do both of you guys have a Pinterest? This is a prime example. Okay, so we all have Pinterest, right? So what are the things that you are pinning on Pinterest? That is the content that you can be posting on your page. Weird. I never thought of that before, but it's so true. For me, I love making crafts. I hardly ever have the time anymore for it, but I do love creating crafts. So I'm going to start posting like crafts that I like to do. I love to eat. Like, okay, I haven't always liked this, but lately I've loved to use new healthy recipes. The Fix8 cookbook that came out, I've seriously been using that cookbook like crazy. Like, it's ridiculous. My husband, he's sick of it. He's told me that he's going to hide it, so I can't use it anymore. But I've seriously been using it every single day since I bought it. It's fantastic. But, so that's the content that you should be posting, is things that you guys are interested in. So for me, I'm going to get ready to start potty training my 2-year-old again hardcore. So I've been looking at potty training tips. I'm going to post about potty training tips. Like, you guys see me post about my fitness all the time and how I'm trying to get my body back after having my baby. So those are the kinds of people that I'm going to attract, is the moms that are trying to get back to the way that they were before having kids. So just to blow your minds for a minute, Like, that's the content that you guys should be posting. And it never clicked until last night when I was listening to this call. How stupid. So even I have things to work on too. Okay, so those characteristics that I'm asking you guys to write about, to come up with, once you're done writing those down, I want you to look at that list and pick 5 areas that you guys want to post about. So for instance, I know for sure that one of mine is going to be about fitness. Like, there's no question in my mind it's going to be about health and fitness. No question. So another thing that I'll probably post is tips for being a mom, obviously. Who doesn't want tips on or help on that? I know I'm constantly looking for help because I feel like I'm not a good mom. So those are other things. And I'm also going to be writing tips on how to overcome depression, because that is another thing that I want to attract, and those are the kind of people that I want to help, is ones that are suffering from depression like I was. So find those 5 areas, and then I want you guys to post about it. But not only that, I'm going to take you guys a step further, and I want you guys to create a cover photo for your Facebook page. So let me real quick kind of briefly show you how to do that. I know, Alyssa, you've watched that PicMonkey video, right? Okay, so maybe I'll post it again on the page, in our team page, to show you guys, to show my new coaches how to do that as well. So I'm going to come in, I came to PicMonkey, and I'm going to go to design, and I'm going to click on Facebook cover. And it should take you right to here. So then you're going to come over here, and you're going to pick whatever background you want. So for time's sake, I'm just going to pick a color. So it's going to be blue. Then you click apply. Then if you want to use pictures that you have on your desktop, like if you want pictures of you, or I encourage you guys to find a picture from each one of those 5 things. So I'm going to find a fitness and health picture. I'm going to post a picture about my family, because that's another one of my 5 things is my family. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to pick a picture of my family real quick. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Okay. So a picture of my family. Okay, well, this is an old picture. Obviously, I need updated pictures. So I still have my daughter, Lakin, but she's not in this picture. Okay, so I'm going to blow this up, and here's my picture. So if I wanted to erase some of the edges to make it not so sharp, or so that I could fit more pictures on it, I mean, obviously you can shrink the picture too, but as you find the more pictures you add on, you can overlap them. I'll just show you, because why not? We'll do this one. Okay, so here we go. So let's say I wanted to take the edges off of this so I could fit more pictures on there, or whatever. So I'm going to click on this eraser right here, and I like to use the big size because it just makes it go a lot faster. And then I don't want it to be super hard around the edges, so that's how you go around and do that effect to your pictures. So if you see on some of my pictures how I've cut myself out of them, I actually do it in PicMonkey. So I'll pick a background that's similar to my picture. Whoops. But I'll make, obviously, the eraser more hard. Whoops, I made my eraser too small. Okay, so let's say I'm going to cut out Jordan here, because I want a picture myself. How conceited does that sound? Okay, So I'm going to delete that picture. Okay, so I'm going to cut around Jordan, or try to. This is a really interesting picture so to do that with. So if you want to do this, I suggest, like, this sounds really stupid and your husband's probably going to laugh at you. I'm just going to say that right now. But I had Jordan take pictures of me. If you hold your hand out like this, you can do squares to put, like, the ones that I get the most attention off of is my help wanted one. My hand seriously straight out like this so that I can get one of these shapes right here, and I'll put it on top of my hand, and I'll change the background to not transparent, to white, and then I'll come over here to text, maybe. Anyways, it's loading really slow for some reason, but I'll come over to the text. I'll write help wanted right here, and that is my post, and then I create the content that goes into my post. So you can go so many different ways with your posts, but just make sure that one of the best tips that I ever heard, I believe it was from Scotty Hobbs, actually. He was talking on a team call one night, and he said, when you post your content, I want you to talk to that person that you're wanting to attract. So that kind of sounds weird and creepy. But so I did, like, I started posting, like, to the mom who's depressed, or just whatever you feel you need to post about, like that. Pretend like you're writing to that person and trying to help them through your post. So that is another thing to help with your posts, to make them more real. Another thing that I'm trying to steer away from is the salesy posts, because who knows, it works, Jamboree, all those places that just randomly add you to their groups. That is super annoying to me, and I don't want to be like that. But I never want to go away from sharing the opportunity with somebody that could benefit from it. For instance, I had this girl that I have been talking to for over a year now. She messaged me today, and she actually shared with me that one of my posts that I had talked, I think it's about this morning, or it could have been one that I posted yesterday, but she said it just resonated really well with her, and she's like, I know I've talked to you for over a year now. She's like, but I think that I'm finally ready. So she now might want to be a coach, and she wants to start changing her life because she's had so many health problems. So how cool is that? Like, you do attract those people that you want to help, is basically my point of where I was going at there. And if you just post, okay, don't do this because I've done this before. If you post on those days that you feel like horrible, and you create the content on the days that you feel so crappy, like, you are seriously, like, I'm not joking, you will attract those people that are acting like you are when you post that. I've done that before, and I've had a coach that I attracted that I didn't necessarily want, and it was so hard for me to get along with this person, and it was like I was fighting that person that I attracted that day that I was having a rough day. So you want to always make sure, okay, not always, okay, yes, always. So when you post, like, obviously we all aren't having perfect days every single day. Wouldn't that be nice? But how cool would it be if we started turning around our negative thoughts and turn them into a positive? So on those days that you do feel negative, still post, but post why you're feeling negative and how you overcome it. Because I'll tell you what, those days that I just like wanted to, Facebook vent, just pop about how horrible my life is right now, like, that is not good for your business or yourself. And you aren't going to help those people by posting negativity. So if you are going to post something negative or remotely negative, like that you're having a rough day, post about how you overcome it. So like the other day, oh gosh, Tuesday was a horrible day for me, I'll be honest. Like anything that could go wrong seriously went wrong, and it was horrible. And I so badly wanted to post about how horrible my day was, but instead I actually took a step back, because I actually heard this analogy the other day, and it's helped me a lot. So I'm going to actually share it with you guys. So I want you guys to think of holding a rock in front of your face, like in front of your eyes. Like even put your hand in front of your face. Like, can you see around your hand when it's right up close to your face? You can't, can you? But if you step back or you move back, you can see around your hand, right? So I learned this lesson the other day, and it has seriously just resonated with me ever since. But so now when I am feeling frustrated and I am having those crappy days, I've learned to take a step back and look at around instead of right at the problem, and see how, one, it's going to change me and make me a better person and coach and a better mom. But I've also figured out better ways to cope with my problems that way. So that's just a little side tip for you guys. So that's why if you are going to post something like that, you want to make sure to post of how you made it around that. So that's my little side note for you guys. So another question that you guys might be wondering is, why is this niche so important? And I kind of touched on it a little bit. So basically, you're going to attract what you post about. So your niche is important to identify too, because if you don't identify who you're targeting, then you're just going to target whoever and whoever. But if you find that niche, you have content that you can post to that person because you know who you're targeting. So obviously, where I'm a mom, I personally do not want to attract men. I know that sounds super sexist, but I don't care to, and I seriously feel super, like, I'll be honest, I feel super uncomfortable talking to guys about fitness in general. So I don't really care to attract men. If you do, that is your niche. You take on that men. You take on those men, because I don't want to do that. So I like to target moms, obviously. So I target moms. So I post content around moms. Usually, what are you doing? You're gonna break something. So anyways, by finding your niche, you can create that content that is going to attract those people to you. Then, as soon as you find out your niche, I want you to search out to those people that you want on your team. Now, Alyssa, I'm going to be honest. I didn't seek out to find Alyssa. I didn't. And it's actually really funny how Alyssa came about on our team, huh? So, my husband, Jordan, actually got a message from Alyssa saying that she basically wanted to change and she wanted to learn more about what I was doing, because I had been tagging my husband in all my posts. And just a little side note, I would do that because that is how I attracted Alyssa. If I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have found Alyssa. And like, I have never met her in person, and I feel like I know her. Like, she could be one of my sisters, honestly. And anyways, that's a tangent again. So anyways, I always tag my husband in these posts, and I attracted Alyssa from one of my posts. Little did I know that we would hit it off, and that we were this sounds weird, we're so compatible with each other. Like, we both have the same issues that we're working through, and it's super awesome to attract people like that. Anyways, so my point of that is, tag your husbands or your spouses, even if they make fun of you, because my husband, the day before Alyssa signed up as a coach, said, "Why do you keep tagging me in all your stupid posts?" He's like, "Quit doing that." So then the next day I had to pull up the message that Alyssa sent me that she wanted to become a coach and say, this is why I tag you in my stupid post, Jordan. So now he doesn't complain about it anymore, but it's just funny to talk about that. But anyways, so now I kind of want you to think too, because we don't have very much time left, but I want you to think, like, where is your niche, like, located? Like, do you have your niche? Are they, for instance, mine are stay-at-home moms. I'll be honest. They're stay-at-home moms because I like to stay in my yoga pants and I don't like to get ready every day. I will be completely honest with you. Like, those are the things that I'm looking for as I am posting, oh yeah, hey, you guys wish you had my job because I can sit in my yoga pants all day and you can't. You have to wear your business pants. What? So, like, those are the kind of things, like, as stupid as it sounds, like, you need to post about it. So, like, one day I will. Like, I was going to today, but I have to run into town after I'm done with this call. But I seriously would be in my yoga pants right now. Alyssa can attest to it. I hardly ever get ready for calls. But, honestly, like, I am yoga pants, sweatshirt, hoodie kind of person. Like, I hardly ever get ready, ever. So, those are the kinds of people that I am going to attract. So think about specifics, like even what they're going to wear, like what they wear. Do they like boutiques? Do they like to go shopping? Do they like meal planning? Do they like to do outdoors activities? Like, think of all the stupid little things that you think wouldn't matter. They matter. And the next time, today, I want you guys to create one really good post with super good content, and I want you to first post it in our team group. Please, like, quit doing that. Post it in the team group so that I can kind of look it over and kind of give you tips of where I would change or tweak things. On top of making your list of 10 things that you want in a coach, and then on top of that, your 5 things that you're going to make your Facebook cover about. Okay, so that's a lot. That's a lot, but I'm going to give you 24 hours to do it, okay? But I seriously want you guys to do this. So change your Facebook cover on your Facebook to your 5 things. So people, when they come to your page, they know what you're about. The next thing, real quick, that Scotty taught me, I want you to go to your Facebook page when we're done with our call, and I want you to look at the things that you post. Okay, that sounds really stupid, but I want you to scroll through your Facebook page, and I want you to see the kinds of things that you post. Now, I want you to think in your head, is this what I want people to know about me? Do I want them to know that I have a family? Do I want them to know that I'm shopping at this place? Like, those are the things that as you scroll through, that's what people are going to see when they come to your page. So if you're posting your negative comments, people are going to scroll through and see that that's what you're about. And that is not what you're about, because I know both of you well enough to know that that's not what you want. So I want you to do that too. Scroll through your page, find out those 5 things that you want to be posting about daily, and maybe do a post of each of those 5 things every day so people know what to comment about. But if you're like me, I get super, super busy, and I am only able to do like 3 posts sometimes. So if you cannot, oh gosh, okay, I have like 3 minutes left, so I'm gonna hurry. So postcron.com, that is a website that you can go to schedule your posts. So on those days that you're feeling super creative, go and save your content and what you're going to actually say, and save that so that on those days that you are feeling negative, you can schedule your posts on Postcron, and that way you'll have some good content to share too. Okay, so real quick, you guys have 2 minutes. I don't know how to unshare this. Oh gosh. Oh, here we go. So do you guys have any questions? Let me see if I can unmute you guys real quick. Oh crap. Okay. No questions? Tiffany, do you have any? I know this is your first team call, so you're probably like, oh my gosh. But I do record these so that you guys can go back and listen to them. Sometimes it takes me a little longer to load them because I live in BFE. And sometimes my internet works really good and sometimes it doesn't. So it just depends. But I do have a YouTube channel. It's just Bridget Adams. But I have, I think it's under coaches trainings or webinars or team call trainings. I think that's what it is. Anyways, you can go and you can watch all the ones that I've uploaded. So do you have any questions real quick? I know it's a lot of information to take in at once. Alyssa's used to it now because I just overwhelm everybody every week. You just take what you can chew at one time and work on one thing at a time. But seriously, I want you guys to work on those tasks for today. Okay, you guys do that and post about it in the group. And I'm gonna get this video uploaded and share it in our page so that you guys can go back through and look at it. And if you haven't used PicMonkey yet, get on and mess around because it's actually really fun, but it's also really addicting because I like to do stuff like that. So, what'd you say to
that free?
Yes, the PicMonkey is free, and so is the PhotoFi app. But PicMonkey is great if you're working off your computer. So whenever I do like my coach's posts or whatever, I always do it on PicMonkey. And I actually have to redo mine because now I have a new baby, so I have to work on mine too. And your content can change. I didn't tell you guys that. Your content can change depending on where you are in your life. So I was pregnant, so I was attracting pregnant. And now I'm not pregnant, so now I'm attracting